Hi, I'm Wayne from Motion Picture Miniatures, and I'm very proud to say that I've built several of the models and miniatures that you can see here on display in the 1701 Museum. I've always loved practical effects and models and miniatures used in TV and film, and how they're used to create the illusions of sci-fi ships and landscapes, vehicles and props and things like that. So it's my goal as a builder to try and recreate those things as closely as I can, just in a much smaller form. And in terms of the Enterprise D, which is hopefully what you're looking at right now, that can take hundreds of hours of work and research and gathering reference material, looking at screen captures, footage from the TV show or the films, or anything that the subject is related to. And with the Enterprise D, it's a lot of work to turn a stock model kit into something that's much more accurate. So a good example is the neck. This is an old piece from an old kit, but this part is quite inaccurate. It's not good enough for certainly not me and most people who are a true fan of this shit, as I am, because it's my favourite. So I've made this, which is a good example of a brand new part, which is more accurate and much more close to the way it should look. So that's just one example, and it takes a lot of effort to do that kind of work, and including replicating the paint job as much as possible, getting it as close as we all remember on screen. Another key aspect to trying to recreate that magic on screen that we all remember is lighting in a model. Is very important for me to try and capture and recreate as much as possible in a small miniature as was present in the large scale filming miniatures. It's not always possible, but a lot of it just takes a bit of experience and a lot of trial and error. And the lighting kits that I produce are all custom made for each project, and I generally just use what you can see behind me. So there's LED strip tape, different colours of white, blue. We've got pre-wired LEDs up here, and they're all different kinds of sizes and colours: red, orange, green, blue, white, 3mm, 2mm, 5mm. Multiple resistors. Yeah, it's a whole huge subject, which I don't know a lot about, but I know enough. Another aspect is lighting effects and electronic effects, and that's achieved through programming microcontrollers or Arduino boards, and it all goes into trying to recreate this magic that we all loved seeing on screen. And it's very important for me to try and capture that as best as I can. If you look closely at the Enterprise D, you'll see that it's not just painted one colour. There's actually 4 or 5 different shades of blues and greys that break the surface up into different panels. And it's a very, very complicated pattern, and it's very difficult to recreate because it's unlike all of the other Star Trek ships and a lot of sci-fi ships, which are random, quite random patterns. The Enterprise D is not random. It's very, very unique. And every single square and segment of the hull is unique and not copied or replicated or mirrored anywhere else. And it takes a very, very long time to recreate that. It takes a lot of work to make custom masks and stencils, and to mix the custom colours needed to try to get the very subtle shades that you need to recreate that pattern. And for me, it's the most rewarding part of the build when the paint is complete and you can step back and you can just see that this ship is covered with thousands and thousands of tiles of slightly different coloured panels, and it creates a really, really good effect. So thanks for hearing what I have to say. I hope you enjoy the rest of your tour and enjoy the collection. I think it's a fantastic place. I've been there. I love the place. I can't wait to come back. So that's all from me. I'm Wayne from Motion Picture Miniatures, and I'll see you soon.